the good heart. The kind of birth we will have in the next life is determined, then, by the nature of our actions in this one. And it is important to never forget that the effect of our actions depends entirely upon the intention or motivation behind them, and not upon their scale. At the time of Buddha, there lived an old beggar woman called Relying on Joy. She used to watch the kings, princes, and people making offerings to Buddha and his disciples, and there was nothing she would have liked more than to be able to do the same. So she went out begging, but at the end of the whole day, all she had was one small coin. She took it to the oil merchant to buy some oil. He told her she could not possibly buy anything with so little, but when he heard she wanted to make an offering to Buddha, he took pity on her and gave her the oil she wanted. She took it to the monastery where she lit a lamp. She placed it before the Buddha and made this wish: I have nothing to offer but this tiny lamp, but through this offering, in the future may I be blessed with the lamp of wisdom. May I free all beings from their darkness. May I purify all their obscurations and lead them to enlightenment. That night, the oil in all the other lamps went out, but the beggar woman's lamp was still burning at dawn when Buddha's disciple, Sogyal came to collect all the lamps. When he saw that one light was still alight, full with oil and a new wick, he thought, there's no reason why this lamp should still be burning in the daytime. He tried to blow it out, but it kept on burning. He tried to snuff it out with his fingers, but it stayed alight. He tried to smother it with his robe, but still it burned on. The Buddha had been watching all along and said, Sogyal, do you want to put out that lamp? You cannot. You could not even move it, let alone put it out. If you were to pour the water from all the oceans over this lamp, it still wouldn't go out. The water in all the rivers and the lakes of the world could not extinguish it. Why not? Because this lamp was offered with devotion, with the purity of heart and mind, and that motivation has made it of tremendous benefit. When the Buddha had said this, the beggar woman approached him, and he had made a prophecy that in the future she would become a perfect Buddha, called Light of the Lamp. So it is our motivation, good or bad, that determines the fruit of our actions. Shantideva said, whatever joy there is in this world, all comes from desiring others to be happy. And whatever suffering there is in this world, all comes from desiring myself to be happy. Because the law of karma is inevitable and infallible, whenever we harm others, we are directly harming ourselves. And whenever we bring them happiness, we are bringing ourselves future happiness. If you try to subdue your selfish motives, anger, and so forth, and develop more kindness and compassion for others, ultimately, you yourself will benefit more than you would have otherwise. So sometimes I say that the wise, selfish person should practice this way. Foolish, selfish people are always thinking of themselves, and the result is negative. Wise, selfish people think of others, help others as much as they can, and the result is that they too receive benefit. The belief in reincarnation shows us that there is some kind of ultimate justice or goodness in the universe. It is that goodness that we are all trying to uncover and free. Whenever we act positively, we move toward it. Whenever we act negatively, we obscure and inhibit it. And whenever we cannot express it in our lives and actions, we feel miserable and frustrated. So if you were to draw one essential message from the fact of reincarnation, it would be, develop this good heart that longs for other beings to find lasting happiness and acts to secure that happiness. Nourish and practice kindness. There's no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Our own brain Our own heart is our temple. My philosophy is kindness.